Yo, look, this one was a crazy one, man. Hey, this one was a crazy one. Really good game, man. Really good game. Um, I really like to say, I really like to say, Aaron Gordon got to be player of the game. I mean, Aaron Gordon got to be the player of the game, Mister 9 out of 10, man. And they cheated him out the dunk contest, man. He got to be the player of the game. Um, I also gotta give a little shout out to Jamal Murray for coming through and doing his thing in the game. I know I get that dude a lot of shit, but he came through in this game, and I think the overall message that people try to deliver to me on a guy like Jamal Murray is that he do got testicular fortitude. He will show up in the big moments. He will play during the big stage when the pressure is on. He's not scared to take the shot. He has been known to actually make the shots. So I think that's the overall point people want to try to stress to me when it comes to Jamal Murray. However, Jamal Murray is fucking garbage. I do personally not fuck with Jamal Murray. I don't really care what nobody say. Another thing about this game, really impressed with Landry Shamet. I think the Suns got away with what was working for them when it comes to Landry Shamet. He was him and Damian Lee, they were working around different double screens and different action in order to get open trade balls, and it was working for them. I mean, it was working. They was knocking down the shots at a high rate. And I think it's very important for like Landry Shamet is a shooting guard. You understand what I'm saying? Like that dude is a shooting guard. He can move around off ball and he can heat up quick. So he is like a professional shooting guard. I got to give him credit on that. I came into this game, the fifth game of the day, feeling like Jason Tatum had possibly edged the MVP candidate award. I felt like he possibly edged it. But I feel like Jokic kind of proved why I don't believe Jason Tatum should even be a top candidate. Jason Tatum showed me who he was tonight. I'm gonna just be honest. I saw Jason Tatum. He showed me who he was. He next up. Jason Tatum is one of these next up guys. However, he is still playing with a very, very solid team, right? A very great team, all around team, great coaching, great defense, great perimeter shooting, great role players, right? Co-stars, as opposed to a guy like Giannis, but not even Giannis. Let's go ahead and give Jokic his credit. Let me go ahead and give Jokic his credit. And I think that I get a little pissed off with the nerve stats because these are the guys, these are the things that are determining whether or not Jokic is going to get the MVP. You hear a lot of talk about it. Oh, you look at the advanced stats, the nerve stats, the true shoot, all this little extra shit that, man, sometimes can be misleading. Well, tonight I realized that it's not misleading. It's not misleading when it comes to Jokic because this is the guy, if you take him off of this team, you missing top 5 rebounds and top 5 assists, along with probably 28 points per game, 26 points per game at the very least, right? And I don't think what he brings to that team can be replaced. I think in a best of 7, I don't got them dudes beaten. Like if we talking about like the top 4 seeds, the Denver Nuggets, you got the Denver Nuggets, you got the Memphis Grizzlies, you got the Phoenix Suns, and you got the New Orleans Pelicans. Not necessarily in that order, but these are the top 4 seeds in the Western Conference right now. Out of all of those 4 teams, I would have to say I trust the Nuggets the absolute least. Why? I don't know. It's just something about, I think maybe it's the defense. Maybe it's the defense. Maybe it's maybe it's the fact that they're not necessarily battle tested either. I mean, maybe I don't know what it is. I just don't really trust in these dudes, and I think it got to be the defense. Also, it's got to be a part of my little philosophy to stopping the Nuggets. If you can keep Jokic away from the basket as possible, right, and it can be done, force him to have to win games by using his teammates. Force him to be the playmaker. Don't let him score. Don't let him go score 40 points, 35, 40 points. He scored 41 points tonight, 16 for 25 shooting. You can't let him score that many points. Now, I think he's a most effective around the rim, around the basket. If you can force him to shoot these perimeter shots, these difficult 1 foot floaters that he can make, very capable of making, just keep him as far away from the basket as you can, and it can be done because they do it to players in the playoffs all the time. They find ways to stop players all the time. The best of teams in the NBA do that. The Phoenix Suns, my man didn't play. Devin Booker didn't play tonight. I'm not sure how that would have turned out because I do believe in the butterfly effect. Maybe if he had played, Landry Shamet and Damian Lee wouldn't have been able to take the amount of shots that they took. Monty Williams wouldn't have ran plays, ran sets for these guys to get open. It would have just been probably more Devin Booker. And where's Chris Paul? Where's Chris Paul? We need more than assists out of Chris Paul. And if you are going to give us mainly assists, you got to do it at a better level than what you're doing it at CP3. He should have 15 assists tonight. I should look at this and he should have 15 assists in order to keep me from criticizing him. So he has 16 assists, 17 points, 50% from the free throw line, 0 for 3 from downtown, 6 for 17 in the game, and a lot of those attempts came in the fourth quarter when it was crunch time, when they was trying to keep the team in the game, kind of threw off the rhythm of it. As far as Landry Shamet and Damian Lee, Chris Paul decided he was going to try to take over the game, get the team more involved. And I think that showed us that Chris Paul is no longer the player who deserves $40 million. Chris Paul is no longer the player who deserves $40 million. I'm sorry, taking up too much cap space on that team. And the simple fact that they even contemplated getting rid of DeAndre Ayton is really crazy to me because 20 and 10 guy, I don't see where he could be the issue. There's so much room left for him to grow and develop as a player, right? Still pretty young. I don't understand what the dilemma was when it comes to re-signing him, but you give a guy like Chris Paul $40 million. Chris Paul should be taking a pay cut. All right. That's my wrap up. That's all I got right there. That's my 10 cents. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.